Alright, I'm David Harry, and in this video I'm going to show you the simplest way of connecting an iPad 10th Gen to an external monitor or TV, and that is to use a USB-C to HDMI cable, and the one that I'm using is by Cable Creation, and this works perfectly. One end of the cable is USB-C and then the other end of the cable is HDMI, and this particular cable is about 1.8 meters long. So we simply take the USB-C end of the cable and plug that into the iPad, and then plug the HDMI end of the cable into a HDMI input on your monitor or TV. And once the cable is connected, what's going to happen is the iPad will automatically sense the monitor or TV at the other end of the cable, and then it will automatically send the video signal down the cable to the connected monitor or TV. So just to be clear, it does this automatically. There is a small icon that will pop up into the corner of the screen here, which will indicate when the cable is connected and it's sending a signal down the cable. So you do not have to go into any settings inside the iPad in order to make it do this. Once again, it is completely automatic. So what I'm going to do now is just explain a few things which you may find useful. So the first thing to mention is this. Because this is the simplest way of connecting an iPad to a TV or monitor, unfortunately we cannot charge at the same time, so we can't connect power to the iPad at the same time with this particular method. And the reason why is because, like I say, it's the simplest way, as in we just use a single cable, and that cable goes into the USB-C port on the iPad, and so therefore takes out the option to plug in the power supply when we're doing this. However, I will be doing another video soon which is a little bit more complicated than doing it this way to connect your iPad to the TV or monitor, but doing it this other way uses a USB-C hub. Now when you use the hub system, what's going to happen is the power supply for your iPad can be plugged into the hub, then the hub plugs into the iPad, then the hub also breaks out the HDMI signal to the monitor or TV. But on top of that, you can then also plug in USB devices into the hub, and you can also connect Ethernet cables to it, so you can connect it to an internet connection as well, or your router and modem. Like I say, I will do that video soon. Now another thing that's worth mentioning here, which I get asked a lot of in the comment section to other videos that I do where I'm using iPads connected to external TVs and monitors, is what is the delay like, or the lag, or the latency? Well, the bottom line to this one is there is no latency, delay or lag whatsoever. Now I'm just going to try and quickly show you something here. So watch as I start messing with the screen on the iPad, and we'll see it's instantaneous on the TV or the monitor here. So as I'm doing this, we'll be able to see easily that they are both synchronized perfectly. There is basically no delay between the iPad and the monitor. Now the reason why it's really worth pointing that one out is for anybody who does gaming on iPads and they want to game onto an external monitor, because I do this a lot in other videos, and I can guarantee you right now there is no delay whatsoever. The only delay that may happen here might be latency within the monitor itself, but the iPad most certainly doesn't introduce any of that going down the cable. Now the last thing to mention here is another question that I get asked a lot, and that is, what streaming services can you play from the iPad to the external TV or monitor? Well, unfortunately I can't answer that question properly, and the reason why is because I don't really do any streaming services down the cable to the TV and monitor. My main use is actually for using gaming on the external TV and monitor, so unfortunately I can't answer that question. However, what I would suggest is that if anybody watches this video and they do use streaming services, please do mention them in the comment section below, and maybe you can help other people to know whether the streaming services that they want to use will be compatible with being played out on the external TV and monitor. Okay, that should just about do it for this video then, and as ever there will be product links in the video description below for all the stuff that I've used in the video. If the video has been useful to you, please do give it a thumbs up. It really does help the video rank on YouTube. Also, if you are into this kind of like iPad stuff and whatnot, defo subscribe to my channel, because I do a lot of stuff like this, and there will be a lot of stuff coming up as well. Anyways, I'm David Harry. Thank you very much for watching this video. Take care and goodbye now.